All right, welcome. Right here on All JPY, this right here is my first trade of the week. We're gonna break down why I got into the trade. But the key thing about this lesson is we're gonna learn why and how you can add on another lot. So let's get right into it. So the first thing as far as this trade that I took this week, as you can see, I'm always pretty much doing the same thing, and you should also, right? Our strategy as far as being a technical trader, we're always looking for that breakout, the pullback, and using technical analysis, the evening star, the morning star, the bearish engulfing, continuation, reversal. These are the key things we look for on the chart to take a trade or to go for that direction, whether it be a buy or going for a sell. So seeing this right here, we have past level of support that I saw, right? Also right here, past level of support. Also right here, time and time again, we can see how price action was in that range over and over again. It also came here to the same exact past level of resistance time and time again. You're always looking for these things, right? You're always trying to see when price action is always falling at and also was always rising at, especially when things like this happen, because you're always just waiting for that breakout, okay? When price action either break above a level or pull back and going higher, or breaking below a level and pulling back and going lower. It's always just that simple. If you're seeing this right here, right? You see how price action before it broke above this level clearly way to the top side, and it tried to pull it back here, and it could have went higher right about here, but it failed to do that, right? It could have came right back to the same exact past level of resistance and fell off of this point, or even broken that point and went higher, right? It's either or. It's always a simple buy or a very simple sell. Since this right here failed to happen, it went back to the downside. Now look at this, right? When it fell back below here, it came right back to the same exact past level of support. At this given time, it could have pushed it all the way back to the top side, but that didn't happen, right? Instead, it fell all the way back down. So instead of this happening, right, coming way back up here, it instead fell below this level and then pulled back to the same exact past level. Now, when this is happening, it's a very exciting thing because you know what you're looking for next. You're looking for price action to break below that level, pull back to the same level, and this being a new level of resistance, you know you're looking for bearish confirmation. And one of our favorite patterns we use time and time again is right there, right? That's that evening star confirmation. It's a very simple pattern, right? That's the evening star confirmation. You're looking for this time and time again. It fall below there, pull back, mix the evening star, you get it in for that sell, you're setting your stop loss, you're making all that money to the downside. Now, as far as for your TP, right, we know the next previous level in the past is going to be our TP. We can look way back here and see how past level of resistance happened time and time again. We see this touch right here. So we know if we get in for the sell on this pullback to the past level of support when it was ranging in the past, we know TP1 is going to be somewhere right about here. And that's a very great distance for a single day, right? In one single hour or even 3 hours, that's a lot of money right there. It even falls to TP2, which is right about here. And we know that's TP2 by looking in the past, right? We see how before it broke above here and pulled back right here and found support at this level and then went all the way back to the top side. So for the future, we're doing the same exact thing, right? TP1 here and TP2 there. And this right here is a very simple trade, right? It's a very decent movement. You're making a lot of money right here. If you're going as far as measurement wise, you can really measure right from here all the way to the downside, about 70 pips. That's a big distance. You're making 700 there if you're doing a standard lot size. But regardless of your lot size, that right there is a lot of money, right? But now coming to the main part of the lesson, how can we add on another lot? lot size. Let's look at these 3 keys right here, and these are the main points as far as adding on another lot size. The first thing is being patient. Most likely you're going to look at another pair and do this and that. Don't do that. Stick to the same pair you already found an entry on and you already made money on, because not only is it a great pair and you know how it looks, you now have more confidence in yourself to take another entry, because right here you just made all that profit. So patience is a very, very first key, right? You got to be patient and most likely look on the same exact pair you already been trading. The second key is, right, you got to be tracking price. This right here is the perfect trade, but you're always tracking price throughout the whole entire day, no matter whatever you're doing, because now you have your phone, you have iPads, this and that. You can always know where price is at and where it's going to be. That's a very, very simple, but many guys overlook that simple, complex thing, right? You got to very, very simply just track price over and over throughout the whole entire day. Your job is not done just because you found one trade. You got to take another one and another one. So your job through every single day, throughout the week, the weekends, is to always know approximately where tracking price, and we have to be knowing where it's going to go, right? So key thing here is tracking price. The next key thing is, right, using the same execution time and time again. This right here is a very important thing. The same way how I found this trade, I'm going to do it again. It's just that simple. That's how we trade, right? It has to be technical analysis. I'm looking for the evening star. I'm looking for the morning star. I'm looking for continuation, reversal. I'm looking for price action at level support, resistance. I'm doing the same thing, the breakout, the pullback, every single time, because that's how we find an entry. Whenever price action, guys, is breaking below a level, you're always looking for the pullback. If you don't see the pullback, then there is no entry. Just be patient and wait for it. Eventually it's going to happen, right? That's the first key. You have to be patient and wait for that entry. So if it doesn't pull back here to this previous level, you're waiting for the next pullback. It's just that easy, right? If you do fall down even more, you're just making more money on your same exact first entry. And right now we're trying to find a second entry without going to another pair and being all over the place. You just don't have to, right? Already right here, you already made about 70 pips. When you're up this much, everybody pretty much know by now, you can move your stop loss to a break even. You can move it to a small profit, right? That means you can move your stop loss here to a break even, which is moving it to your entry, or move your stop loss to your TP1, which could be a small profit. It's just that simple. If you're doing just that, you're stress free. There's no more emotion on this trade because you're no longer going to lose any money on this trade. And you're already at TP2, right? If you want to, you can't control your emotions, then go ahead and close out in 70 pips. That's a very, very decent amount, a super huge amount to take right there. And right now you're looking for your next trade, right? So as time is going on, look at that. It falls massively all the way to the downside. That's a lot of money right there, right? Already right here is 70. Way down here, it got to be over 100, right? This is a very simple trade. And this is why you use that break even and small profit method, because of things like this. You just don't know, but that's why you have things in place. So if it do happen, you can take advantage of it. It's just that simple, right? You're tracking price. That's the second key. You always should have your alert set. You should always have your phone or trading view on your phone and this and that. You're always tracking price. But look right here, right? If it didn't pull back here and go to the downside, you're waiting for the next pullback, right? That pullback has to happen before you get in for your next entry. Why? It's the same way how we sold right here. We didn't get it for itself for no reason. We found all confirmation, right, to get in for this sell. It's just that simple. It pulls back here, we'll get in for the sell all the way to the downside and add on another lot to the same exact trade. So being patient and being confident is a very, very simple thing, guys, right? You always gotta be patient. You always gotta be confident in your trading. If you're not doing that, then there's pretty much nothing you can do in the market. You have to have patience and you have to have confidence. Right now, we're looking for another sell single entry on the same exact pair by doing what? The same exact execution. So right now we're looking to go short, right? We're looking for the pullback to one of the single past levels that we found in the past, right? Because we always know everything in the past is going to be your future. So as time is going on, right, you're being patient. Look at this, right? It's pulling back to this same level. Now, this is the key thing right here, right? We are looking at this 3 hour, go down to the 2 hour, go down to the 1 hour, and you're going to see your entry. It's always going to be just this simple. You don't always got to enter on the higher time frame, but it's always the same exact thing. You see how price action fell below here, pullback here, even on the 2 hour, you see that pullback. Your entry could have been somewhere here or even up here after that morning star on the 1 hour. But either way it go, right, you're still fine. Price action breaks below this level, it pulls back to the level, you're looking for price action to fall even lower. And that's how you add on another lot size. It's the same execution, right? It's breaking back and pulling back to that same exact past level. The 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, they're all pretty much the same. When you get in for that sell, just like that, you're going to make that money, right? If not, you're still doing the same thing. And that's pretty much all you can hope for, right? You're doing the same execution every single time. And that's the way you find another trade, right? Look at that. It's falling, melting. And this right here, just extra bonus money because you already made all of that. You're still in that first trade. Don't forget about that, right? So this second entry we found on the 2 hour, 1 hour got in just like that. All this right here is just extra profit. All that is an extra 77 pips already on the first trade you already have going on. So you see exactly how simple this right here is. And you're just being patient. And you can close out whenever you want. Look at that, right? It's still falling. You can close out whenever you want. But this right here is how you find two simple trades on the same exact pair, or why or how you'll add on another lot size. So I see you in the next lesson, guys. I'll see you next lesson.